Tell me about, okay, this is for your family now, okay? So, someday in the future, they're gonna look back and say, this is Grandma went tubing with us. And when she was, this is 2013, and we went down to the river. So just tell me the whole story, okay?
Okay. Well, we went up to Deep Creek Tubing Center in Bryson City, North Carolina, and for a cousin reunion, and it was an amazing place to go tubing. And I had never, well, done a couple little tubing trips before, but never one quite so exciting. But we went down the river there with about 6 of us at one time, and the current was really running strong. And they had said it was going to be a little tricky getting out, but we thought, I thought, well, I can do it. And so we all got in the water. It took me forever to get going. Everybody else was long gone around the bend, and I finally caught the current. And then somehow I must have caught a really good current because I got way ahead of him. I passed up Brandon and his buddy, and then I passed up Anna and Ashley, and then so I'm way out in front, and I'm headed down the river just loving it. It's about a 30-40 minute ride, gorgeous houses, kind of not real rough water. I mean, not any big rapids, but just enough to make it fun. And I just kept thinking, I don't want this to end. It was just so much fun, and it was a beautiful day. But as I got down a little closer, I kept thinking, well, no, I don't really know where I'm supposed to get out, and I don't know if I'll recognize it. And there's lots of different places to get out, but our son-in-law, John, was going to be standing there waiting to help us get out of the water. And so I thought, well, I'll be able to, I thought I'd figured it out that the thing to do was as I got close to the shore was just, get out of my tube and stand up and reach out my hand and I'd be fine. So when we got down, all of a sudden I come around a bend and I see John standing down along the edge. I'm like, oh, okay. And so I start trying to paddle over to him. Well, I thought I was going to make it, but the current was really strong and I didn't compensate quite quick enough to make it that far. And so I got close to him and he's coming out further, reaching out his hand, and he's yelling, get out, get out. And I'm thinking, no, I don't want to get out of the tube yet. I'm going to get closer. And so, but finally I thought, okay, I better just stand up and then I'll be able to just walk over to him. So as I was facing backwards on the river, and as I stood up, which was a bad mistake to begin with. If I'd been sideways, it probably would have been better. So I'm facing the current, and I'm standing up out of the tube, get my feet on the bottom. I'm trying to drag my feet first and stand up, and the current just whipped me out, my feet out from under me, brought the tube up over my head, knocked me under, and I'm hanging onto the tube trying to figure out how to get out, and I'm caught under the water, and I'm coming up a little bit and laughing. I'm trying to get out, and John's saying, let go of the tube, let go of the tube. So finally I let go of the tube, and he got me out. But it felt really sort of tricky there for a while. Like I wondered if I was really going to get out or get swept downstream. And when I got out, I thought, it really was fun. I got a little banged up on my shins, and I was a little sore that night and the next morning, but not really. I kept thinking, wow, I'm amazed I'm not any more sore than I am. And I'm so glad I did it, but by laying awake that night, I figured out what I should have done. If I had just gotten closer to the shore earlier, where the current wasn't as strong, I could have kind of just glided into the shore like I saw all my grandchildren doing. Anna just glided right up to the rock, stepped out, and Brandon and Ashley are just stepping out up above, and then here comes Rich after me, by the way, and he got knocked down off his feet, even worse than I did, and John struggled to get him out of the water. But later, both of us agreed. It was lots of fun, and we would do it again, and especially now that we think we figured out the key, knowing where to get out soon enough that we could get over to the edge. And we may never catch the river running as high and fast again. That people said they've been there other years, and it's never been as fast and high as it was, but it was really a great place to tube. And I'm glad at 70 and Rich is 70, almost 74, that we can still do that kind of thing with our grandkids and have fun. And we hope that we can keep in shape and keep our bodies healthy enough that we can keep doing fun stuff for a long time to come. So, had a great time.
Great. That's great. Your grandkids will see this for a lifetime. Have this